Hey guys, so I just got Borderlands 2 again recently, and I just kind of wanted to do a review of it, even though it's pretty late. I mean, so far as I know, I know for a fact that Angry Joe gave it about a 9 or a 10, because I saw his review of it. It was a pretty cool review. So I just wanted to review this myself since I've gone through the main campaign and have the DLCs. Well, not the new one, but I have 2 out of the how many ever DLCs there are. So I'll do just a little review on this game and some of the features of it. So, without further ado, Borderlands 2. Now, this game is improved from the original, because the original had one environment. I mean, if you can see my Pandora's map back there at all very well, you can see that there's hardly any variety in the map. And I've been a Borderlands fan for ever since the original came out. I've been a pretty big fan of the series. So, at E3 2012, I believe, or whenever I heard news from Machinima, I was ecstatic to get this game. And lo and behold, it was actually a pretty decent game. So, you play as one of 4 characters: the Siren, the Commando, the Assassin, and then the 4th one, which is a new one, is the Gunzerker. And that's pretty much the only one, because the Commando is pretty much like Roland from the first game. The Assassin is pretty much Mordecai, and the Siren is pretty much Lilith from the first game. But the Gunzerker is totally new, because you can dual wield any 2 guns in the game, so like rocket launcher, revolver, or 2 rocket launchers at once. And I have pledged to myself that I will try and finish every single character's separate campaign. And yeah. So the game, the main quests, dependent on however much you play at a time, the story can last up to average gameplay length. I mean, it's pretty decently long, especially since if you have to, I mean, this is one of the downsides. Sometimes, even when you go into things, you have to be at a specific level. Because if you're not, you will get killed way too often. And it's pretty much one of the only downsides. But one thing that was a really good promise is that in the first game, there were more than 1 million guns. This time, there are more than 1 billion. Literally. So I said that there's more than 1 billion guns in this game, even some of the originals. And that is something that's right up my alley, since, I mean, I like guns for the craftsmanship, not because they kill people, not a psychopath. But I enjoy guns for their workmanship, and just how intricate and stylish they are. So that kind of was right up my alley. So yeah, and the characters are solid. Axton, I mean, the downside is that they don't have backstories except, like, save for, like, 2 or 3 audio tapes that give you some backstory, but it's not enough. I mean, yeah, and then the villain. Oh my god, the villain. Handsome Jack is, like, the most evil motherfucker ever. And he does it in style. He's kind of like evil Iron Man, if you can get that. He taunts you, he teases you, God, it's just so cool. So yeah. Anyway, without making this video too long, trying to think if there's anything else. The loot system is pretty much the exact same thing from the original. You get loot based on level and enemies, and I think... no, never mind. So, overall, taking into consideration that there are freaking mountains goddamn everywhere in your way, like Gearbox and 2K games, make grappling hook guns in the next game, or at least make rock climbing a thing, because there were mountains in my way the entire game. Anyway, that stuff being said, I give Borderlands 2 a full 10 out of 10. Now, I know this seemed pretty short because I'm using YouTube Capture and I don't have enough memory or time to be able to make this too long, because if I do, it won't ever upload. But, anyway, without any further ado, I mean, it's one of the best games I've played so far. Eventually I will be doing a Skyrim and Dead Island review, but those will have to be for another day. So, my name is the Wolfman, and this is my favorite game from the last year. Signing off. I will see you all next time, Wolfpack.